I chose to do is Alcoholics Anonymous. I chose this to do as my main community development project because I thought it was important for me to go out and just to I knew a little bit of background information on AA, but not a lot. And I wanted to see what resources were out there and what they kind of offered and did. So a little bit about AA. So AA stands for Alcoholics Anonymous. It's a non-profit organization. So what they do is it's self-sustaining. They accept donations. I actually had the opportunity last week on Wednesday, I think it was, to attend an AA meeting. And that was really an eye-opener for me. I learned a lot and I got to meet some amazing people. And then I also was able to, at the meeting, grab some pamphlets, so just a little bit of extra information that I actually looked up. And just to gather, I will also be putting the pamphlets and taking pictures at the bottom of my questions that I will be handing in along with the video. Sorry, I've got my notes here. So AA, what it is there's also, it's super easy to attend a meeting for anyone who wants to go to. When you look it up online, you can go to open meetings, which anybody can attend, family members, friends, or closed meetings, which is for strictly alcoholics only. So obviously I went to an open meeting, and my experience going to this meeting is everybody was very welcoming. Upon walking in, somebody greeted me, asked my name, how my day was going, and I just felt really good. And even sitting in there, when I was in the meeting, I lost count at 42 people, so there was about over 50 people at this meeting, which was amazing. And they had kind of their head table of volunteers who were kind of, excuse me, who ran the meeting and kept it organized. And they would go around and have people share their stories, and they were also reading out of the Big Book, which is the Alcoholics Anonymous book, and they call it the Big Book. And so it's kind of like a Bible for them that they refer to. So we were reading passages out of that, and it was a wonderful experience, actually. Just everybody all contributing and telling their stories, and yeah, it was really good. I had a good time. It also, just being there, it kind of furthered my understanding of the nature of addiction and what resources are out there. So kind of at the end of the meeting, they had books for sale and other resources that you could contact, and they also had sponsors show their hands up at the end of the meeting for individuals who wanted to approach them for the newcomers and stuff. And I was also quite surprised walking to this meeting of all ages of people, lots of young people like myself, and as well various elderly people, and then middle age, with all different backgrounds. And I was quite surprised actually at the number of young people that came to the meeting, so that was interesting for me. So what I mainly learned about in attending this meeting, and I also did some extra research on, is that there's actually various types of 12-step programs. So whether that's if you have an eating disorder, or gambling or sex, there's lots of different 12-step programs. It's not justll Alcoholics Anonymous, which I kind of thought it was. So that was something I learned, and I thought that was neat. And also that when you go to these meetings, you have a sponsor, so somebody who's already gone through the experience that you get to meet and kind of connect with. So I thought that was really cool. It's not just somebody who maybe hasn't gone through that similar situation as you, and it's not the same as that connection as somebody who has gone through it that you get to meet up with, which I thought was interesting. And even just people sharing their stories, it was very touching for me hearing them. And of course I can't share them because it's confidential and it's not my business to share, but it was just touching, and it really put me in a place and made me think and kind of look at my life. And it really, again, how addictions can impact one, and how really the choices you make in life can affect you, whether that be good or bad. So it was an eye-opener hearing their stories, like how like some started good and they like went into a dark place, and it was really, for me, just knowing those experiences and like knowing how I guess establishing good coping methods is very important. And I'm thankful for the opportunity to have attended AA, and for this project. I learned a lot, and I know even just attending the meeting, I'm glad I did, because if something ever came up in my life where I felt maybe I had no one or had an addiction or something, that I would feel comfortable attending these meetings, and it was very powerful for me, and I'm thankful for the opportunity.